I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Welcome to So What's the Catch on All Sports Cleveland. Every Wednesday from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, James, Josh, Kramer, AJ, Brian, and the one and only Chirk Berserk get together to discuss a wide variety of topics across the sports world. During these discussions, we let our opinions fly with a dash of comedy. And now, here's your show, So What's the Catch?
Welcome to So What's the Catch here on All Sports Cleveland, and holy crap, the Browns suck.
What up, what up?
Tell me
Let's
something.
just get right into it. We're not even going to skip the niceties, the formalities.
One Word Wednesday? Let's get right into it.
Yeah, One Word Wednesday. I'm going to go with Cavaliers.
Okay.
Okay. Disappointment is my word for today.
Yeah, mine's going to be hyphenated. I'm hyphenating it.
Okay.
I'm doing the Chirk rule. Dumpster hyphenated fire.
I like it.
Love it.
Sure.
All right, my word for this week, try hard. Actually, wait, that's 2 words.
That's you can hyphenate that. Can you turn Brian's mic down just a tad?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, there we go.
I was coming in super hot.
Yeah, you sound a little bit less Kanye West on Love Lockdown now.
I appreciate that, yeah.
A little less one phrase of Remember the Time from Michael Jackson where he
I've
overloads
got
the
that.
microphone on purpose.
I've got that voice that carries naturally. I already have to sit like a mile and a half away from the mic. So when my mic's out, it's real bad.
But yeah, here we are. The Browns got completely embarrassed.
Sure.
45-7.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it was a humbling experience getting ready for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, the Browns.
We'll tackle that in a second, but let's talk about the game. This game went exactly how I said it was going to go. The Browns
Yeah,
were going
it
to
did.
execute that first drive perfectly. Then it was over. The Patriots ran that 6-2 front the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
They made Dearness Johnson a non-factor. They made Baker Mayfield try to beat him, and he couldn't in his, 2.5 quarters that he played.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to watch the game.
You didn't miss anything.
Baker just recently said that he, even with an injury, he still wants to play.
He's insane. I don't know why he's playing. He shouldn't be playing.
I think he still wants to keep the tough guy act.
Yeah, I mean,
He
that's...
thinks he's like Shawn Michaels in
It's
WWE.
all a mirage at this point.
To me, it's an indictment on the coaching staff, though. Like, when a guy is hurt to the point where it's hurting the team, you need to sit that guy. You need to tell him that he can't play. Baker shouldn't be making that decision at the end of the day. That should be a Stefanski decision.
Do you want to hear a secret?
Sure.
Do you know what I think they're doing?
What do you think they're doing?
Giving him all the rope to hang himself with. So when it's time to move on from him, that they're able to do so.
Oh, why does that make so much sense?
It does make a ton of sense.
Why would they keep letting him go out there and look like a fool and play completely terrible unless they were like, this guy's not our guy. We know we need an upgrade. Let's let this guy show everyone in the world he's not our guy. He's not good enough.
Why?
So
that
nobody.
destroys his value. We want.
You can't trade him for anything. There's no value here.
Yeah, there's no value.
What are you going to trade him for at this point? A 6th-round pick?
You can't trade him for anything. The only way you would end up trading him for something would be him in addition to multiple first-round picks to get a quarterback upgrade.
Yep.
Okay, you're not getting anything for him. He's the try and salvage this guy if you want to take on that project.
Yeah,
quarterback.
there's no Goff for Stafford exchange here for the Browns. There's no good it doesn't end well with Baker leaving.
There's a lower tier group of guys you can look at. A realistic guy I think that they should honestly probably target is Derek Carr.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're going there already, because I was going to ask you, because the discussion needs to be if he's not the guy, what's the alternative? What is the answer? And
Russell Wilson?
At least we're talking about.
So Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, obviously dream scenarios. Okay, either one of those guys. Okay.
Yeah, Russell Wilson makes me want to puke, but I'd love to have him as my quarterback.
Marcus Mariota?
No, he's trash.
No.
Okay, you want a quarterback who's worse than Baker? Marcus is your guy.
Justin Herbert's the only Oregon quarterback that you should even have on your mind right now.
So what it comes to is, obviously Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, dream scenario. But honestly, your next tier of guys you need to look at would be, you'd start off with Derek Carr, okay? Because
I like Derek Carr.
The Raiders owe him 0 in dead cap next year.
Right.
So he's much more movable than somebody like Matt Ryan, who the Falcons be on the hook for $40 million next year.
I don't think the Raiders want to trade Derek Carr, though.
But they just are going to have new coaching staff. They may have a new general manager.
Lucky
it may
for
be
us.
time for a franchise refresh, which means kind of blow some stuff up.
Right.
Close the door on some guys who are over 30. Derek Carr is 31 years old at the end of next year. So.
Yeah, luckily for us, that franchise is kind of in disarray right now. And
you should get Jameis.
Welcome to Vegas.
This is the time when you poach a player from a team like that, though, is when they're going through something like they're going through. And yeah, I think that's a realistic possibility that I would be all in for.
Derek Carr is a significant upgrade. He gives you the opportunity while you hypothetically still have a contention window that you don't have a long-term commitment to either. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You draft a quarterback the next year.
Sure.
I've heard the Browns are on multiple draft boards. Kenny Pickett, the quarterback from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
How about
I like Pickett.
I'd have to look into more. Did you just bring up Josh Rosen?
Yeah.
And Kramer's here on Kramer Talk. Yay!
Kramer is here. We're talking quarterback upgrades already. 5 minutes into the show. Of course.
Yes.
Because that was a disaster of a game on Sunday.
So Kramer, you're here. What was your one word for the game?
Depressing.
Depressing.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say other than that. It kind of bothers me that I let it bother me that much.
Yeah.
Especially with the Browns, right? Because just a couple of years ago, when the 0-6, I know I bring this up so much, but still, a couple of years ago in the 0-16 season, I would not have let anything affect me like this when it comes to the Browns. And any good thing they had done, I would have been so excited about. Yeah. But now it's a bad game, and I'm mad for a week.
It's amazing what expectations do to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's giving up on the season.
Yes.
That season is over. I told you that a week ago.
Hey, I don't believe the season's over.
Hey.
Yeah, you think the Browns can still get to the Super Bowl for crying out loud.
Do you know who the Browns play the rest of the season?
I do.
We got Detroit next, so.
It's Detroit next. That's a game they should win. Again, should win. We'll talk about the next 7 a little bit more. But Detroit.
This is going to drive you nuts, James. But
Baltimore. Bye week. Baltimore.
And then the Raiders.
I think Packers.
Both those could be wins.
Steelers. And Bengals again.
All wins.
That's
what?
That's 2 wins max.
We're not beating the Ravens on Sunday Night Football in Baltimore.
That's 2 losses.
I don't fear Pittsburgh after that performance we just watched against Detroit. That's a very beatable Pittsburgh team.
See, I would agree with you, except for we lost to them 15-10.
Yeah, but I mean, also sure, but
and you have to go into Pittsburgh on Monday Night Football.
It sounds like Brian was about to kind of back up church.
I was gonna.
Okay, here.
Go ahead. Hey, the floor is yours.
I'm not guaranteeing they make the playoffs by any means, but when you look at the AFC, it's kind of a disaster right now for a lot of teams. And last week the discussion was maybe Kansas City was out, and then after one win, they've changed the narrative completely on that. Realistically, the top team has 2 losses. We're only 3 games out of first place in the AFC.
That's fair.
The whole conference is tight, and then when you look at the AFC North, it's even tighter. So when you have these 2 games against Baltimore, call me crazy, but if they win next week versus Detroit, and then they win that first game against Baltimore, the discussion is totally different. The division looks different. We're in first place. It can change very quickly. I'm not saying that I think that it will, but it's still it's a realistic, like, it's all in front of them is my point. It is all in front of them.
It could possibly happen.
That's all I'm saying.
But I think the chances are very.
It's in the realm of possibilities. I won't acknowledge
infinite.
Yes,
However,
I'm saying with football and how topsy-turvy things have been and how tight everything is, that it could happen. It wouldn't be the craziest thing if this team ended up with a wild card spot.
Let's go to the Super Bowl.
We actually have a better
would be
chance.
pretty wild.
I think we have a better chance of winning the division than getting a wild card.
Realistically,
going to be the only way they get it.
Yeah. But the division is super tight right now, and if they get those guys, I mean, we're without Chubb and Hunt right now. So
and Hunt's not playing this week, and Chubb is doubtful as well.
Right, but when those guys come back, it can be a different looking team. We saw this team. I mean, look at the team that played Cincinnati, and when we came in here, and how high we were on them after that performance. Things change in the NFL week to week, and they could change very quickly, especially with injuries and what have you. Lamar Jackson goes down for the year. Ben Roethlisberger's out right now. If he stays out or if something else happens to him, like this division could be won with a pretty crappy record, in my opinion.
It can be. Honestly, I think this division went from a lot of people considering the best in football. It's the worst. This division is the absolute worst in the NFL. I'm sorry.
And that just kind of speaks to what Brian said.
That's my point.
I mean, that's fine, but if I'm looking at the other quarterbacks in the division, outside Mason Rudolph, because he's trash, we have the worst starting quarterback.
I agree.
In the division.
That's 100% true.
But I think the rest of the season for the Browns is going to depend on who gets healthy when and some of the decisions they make going forward. And obviously they haven't made the best decisions yet. So, thinking history repeats itself, they're probably not going to make the best decisions going forward.
Yeah.
But if they kept Baker out of the next couple games, let him heal. At this point, I would rather have Keenum out there. Yeah, you got 3 different injuries, bro. This whole "I'm tough" thing, I'm over it.
I'm tired. It's so annoying. I don't care that you think that you're a tough MFer. Okay.
I think he wants to think he's Mick Foley in WWE.
What?
When it was just the soldier, or when it was just the shoulder, I understood a little bit more.
It was one thing.
Yeah.
But right now,
I'm still saying that ain't on Baker though. You can't hold it against a guy that he wants to show up and do his job. Like, you can't hold that against Baker. That's a team decision that they need to make. Like, I'm sorry, Baker stinks right now and he should not be playing. But that needs to be, like, that's a decision that could easily be made by the coach.
But because the coach didn't make that decision, I feel like because Baker this whole time has been like, I want to play.
Yeah, but what do you want him to say?
But
what if he says, you know what, I don't feel so good, I don't want to play this game, and then Cleveland turns on him even more. He's in a no-win situation.
He's in a lose-lose situation.
Yes, exactly what my point is.
To this point, I think he's already proven he's tough. So if he could just come out and say, look, I have 3 different injuries.
Yeah.
I've reached a point where it's less possible for us to win with me playing than it is for us to put a healthy Keenum out there and let me get better.
It's a cycle with Baker Mayfield. He'll have a crappy game, and then he'll develop this chip on his shoulder.
It's a cycle.
Yeah, come out.
Damn it.
Come out and have this amazing game, and then, he'll think he's on top of the world. Come out, have a crappy game, media piles on top of him, chip on shoulder, have a great game.
It just goes over and over again.
It's a vicious cycle.
We're up against the break, but here's what I'll say. My one last thing I'll say about Baker Mayfield. We'll talk more about him, obviously, in the next segment. But he's either too injured and shouldn't be playing, or he sucks. There is no in between. Okay?
Emotions are high in Cleveland. I know that.
Yeah,
they have to pick one and stick with it. I'm tired of the flip-flopping and back and forth.
I agree with
think, honestly, he sucks. But with that, we got to go to commercial. We come back.
More Browns
talk. We're playing the Lions. Maybe we tie too. Who knows?
Stick around.
The traditional light bulb, a groundbreaking invention in 1879. It's time we switch to longer-lasting Energy Star light bulbs. They're more efficient than the old bulbs, like a text message is more efficient than a carrier pigeon. And they cut down on our energy costs. Because in our own groundbreaking age, we deserve a light bulb that saves us some cash. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Right now, nearly 30% of U.S. students aren't finishing high school. In many places, it's even higher than that. And fixing it is a responsibility that we all share. This is President Obama, and I urge everyone to take responsibility for encouraging the high school students in your communities, to support them, challenge them, and do whatever it takes to help them make it through.
Do your part by going to boostup.org and giving a student the boost that's needed to make it to graduation. A message from the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you can donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-778-1489. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a non-profit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now. Call 1-800-778-1489. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher for donating. Call now, 1-800-778-1489. That's 1-800-778-1489.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plotto and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad o'clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
We are who we thought we were. So what's the catch on All Sports Cleveland?
We are back here. So what's the catch? All Sports Cleveland. Emotions running hot today.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were definitely.
That was a great start, and it's not even hour 2 yet.
Yeah, we're 15 minutes in. Guess what? We're still going to be running hot. The Browns playing the Lions this week.
Let's go.
Browns better win this game. If they don't, then
we got a gift from the football
right.
gods by getting this Lions matchup after what just happened. This is a gift from the gods.
Is it though?
Yeah, absolutely.
For what it's worth, Donovan Peoples-Jones just got hurt in practice.
I'm not saying
that's not good.
That's not good.
No.
A team that already is lacking weapons in the receiving game may have just lost another one going into a game against a Lions team that's terrible.
Passing game hasn't been that great anyway, though. Like we're probably gonna have to beat them on the ground anyway. So
it's gonna have to be a Dearness Johnson, John Kelly, Andy Yanovich.
And how long can you count on a guy like Dearness Johnson to continue to put out like 100 plus
for Detroit?
Detroit's defense isn't good. Okay.
I mean, how are they against the run?
They're terrible.
Terrible.
They're awful against the run.
So Dearness Johnson should be able to have at least a good game
but
there.
The one thing I will say, Lions are bad.
How was their first round pick from a year ago?
Jeff Okudah?
Yeah.
He tore his ACL.
Yeah, he's out for the year.
Yeah, not good.
They're fighting.
Yeah.
They're not a good team, but they're fighting. They somehow tied with the Steelers.
Yeah.
They should have won that game.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, we were kind of talking off mic, on another mic about about this, Josh and I.
On the Sports Generals, our sideshow.
Yeah, we were kind of having that discussion before about the Lions, and there's something about like as bad as they are, and like their personnel is terrible. Like nothing is good about that team. Like they still have a little bit of grittiness and toughness to them in a weird way, where it's like there is something in the back of my mind that says Browns 10-point favorites. I don't know.
No, I would not bet that at all.
No,
I'm not.
I'd be betting on Man Campbell and the Lions.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
MCDC, he is a leader of men, and even though he doesn't have much to work with, he's got that team playing like they're a playoff team. They believe in themselves somehow still, but yeah.
They've had such bad luck this season. I mean, you think about
a terrible team.
Yeah, it's a combination. I know what you mean, though. They've got a couple bad bounces.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you remember like the Justin Tucker 66-yard field goal?
Yeah.
I mean, there are a couple games with just one play changing, and they have 3 wins on the year.
Exactly.
Okay?
That's my point.
The Lions, they're not good. They obviously don't have a single win yet. They're not going to be the first team to go 0-17. But you know what? Dan Zalika could end up going 0-16 as a coach and 0-16-1 as a coach and 0-16 as a player, because he was on the 0-16 Lions team. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be and the other interesting part of that is they would still technically be better than the 0-16 Browns,
because they would have the tie.
They at least have the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
But anyway,
still smiling about Dan Talica.
We have worked in 5 different games.
We called him MCDC, Motor City Dan Campbell, ACDC reference, and then we got got Dan Talico. That's Metallica.
Man Campbell, Dan Terra, Dan Talico.
There we go.
We are on this show. We are great at referencing pop culture.
So just back to the point I was making earlier, ESPN. Because I'm looking up the headlines. I always do this before we start talking about this. I just looked up Cleveland Browns, and a headline from an hour ago, ESPN. Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield says it's the most beat up he's ever been in his NFL career.
Okay.
And then, it goes on to talk about, but he still wants to play and he's day to day. Further down, they talk about their own ESPN Power Index. They give the Browns a 36% chance still to make the playoffs. Give that, whatever you, for what it's worth.
I think it dropped 20% over the past week.
It definitely has.
Yeah.
Well, just like in the past week, I've seen such a change in the perception of the Browns. It's crazy. After the Bengals win, there was a YouTube meme that was going around, NFL memes, that was saying basically who the good teams were and who the jokingly good, not so good teams were, and we were ranked as a decent team. And then this week we're ranked as team that needs a better QB, and that's kind of
I've seen that meme.
I mean, here's what this should be telling you. When you see the extreme of this team's good, this team's terrible, you know what they are? They're right in the middle, and they're just kind of average and honestly a non-factor.
That makes sense.
Brian, you got my back on this.
Partially.
You just said to me, and he.
No. I do have your back on the Browns still being alive. I do have your back on that. The Baker situation, though, is bad.
I mean, let's be real here. He said his leg went numb in the game this past Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're facing a team that likes to bite kneecaps.
Yeah.
So not good.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
You think we should bring back Bruce Gronkowski?
Has he played in the last decade?
Not that I know of. So, who scares you on the Lions offense? Is it just T.J. Hawkinson and that's it?
Yeah, it's T.J. Hawkinson because we can't defend any tight ends ever.
Yeah.
Ever since the Browns came back since '99, the opposing team's tight end has a banner day every single game. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it. I never will.
So
yeah, you actually do bring up a good point. We can never guard.
We've never been able to defend a tight end.
So fantasy football advice for anyone who's listening: start T.J. Hawkinson this week against the Browns. There you go.
That's a must start.
Yeah.
In all formats. Must start, all formats.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. You're right.
T.J. Hawkinson's going to have himself a good game. Jared Goff might even play. They're going to some guy I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
And you know what the backup quarterbacks love? Tight ends on dump-off passes. So he's going to have 10 catches for 70 yards.
Yep.
So
he's going to have a day.
Looking back through these headlines, something else I just noticed from Tuesday, Jarvis Landry starting to get a little frustrated now too.
No,
Can I tell you a secret? He's been frustrated for a long time. This is just the first time he's said it on record.
It's
the first time he said it on record.
It's the first time he's been public about it, and that's a little worrisome for me too, just because they had that connection, for so long in the past couple of years, but this year it hasn't been there.
Myles Garrett was even calling out the coaching staff.
Well, I saw multiple people.
Myles Garrett's been doing that the entire year.
Maybe Myles Garrett should guard T.J. Hawkinson.
No, he should not be going into pass coverage. His job should be one thing and one thing only: rush the passer.
Yeah.
Because he's not a good run defender.
No,
he's a great
terrible.
Rusher of the passer.
He's average at best as run defender. When you look at his total tackles, it's only 10 more than his total sacks. So he's either sacking the quarterback or he's not really making a play.
It's not accurate.
I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
You're not wrong on that. It's either he gets a sack or you're just is Myles Garrett on the field? I can't find him.
I mean, let's be real here. If it's a run play that's not in his direction, I don't want to say he mails it in, but I'm not saying he doesn't mail it in.
Teams have started to run things in his direction too because they know how aggressive he is off the edge, and they've started to run these screens to his side of the ball that are really effective.
Did you notice the Patriots did that to both Clowney and Garrett?
They did it
on
both sides of the ball.
Because they were just so aggressive in their pass rush, and they just threw it over their head.
We should have saw that coming from Belichick.
Yeah,
too. We know he's smart enough to figure that out before we do.
But you know what? I should have brought this up in the last segment. We were emotional. I get that.
We got 5 minutes. We can talk about it now.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
But we should be giving the Patriots credit because they started off with 2 wins on the season, and they looked like they weren't going to do anything. And here they are, right in the thick of the playoff race. Maybe they can even catch the Buffalo Bills in the AFC East.
I never doubted the Patriots, my friend. Okay? There's one man I've learned never to doubt, and that is one Bill Belichick. Okay?
Bill Belichick.
I can't doubt him. He's the greatest coach of all time. He has Mac Jones, who's the best rookie in this class. Mac Jones looks incredible.
I still don't think, honestly, just to counter that real quick, Jay, I don't think they're good enough, though, to beat like a. I was going to say a Kansas City, but they're not looking the best lately. But say like the Packers or something like that. Yeah. I still don't put them on that tier of the team.
I think they've taken a massive step forward from last year. I think they're ahead of the Browns, but not quite can take down a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was getting at. Yeah. I think we made them look better than they were.
Right.
For sure. But I still think that they would give a contending team trouble but end up losing, but they would beat teams like the Browns and teams lower than the Browns routinely.
I could definitely see them being a spoiler for some people.
I disagree with you about what you said with...
Okay, well, you're not allowed. Go ahead.
But, like, you said they couldn't be a team like Kansas City. Given how Kansas City is struggling right now, I think they actually could.
And I followed that up by saying that's not the best example. Packers are a better example.
I wanted to say,
Green Bay is struggling right now, too, for the most part.
I think they're better than you think.
To be fair, though, like, what happened against New England, like, there's not really much shame in losing a game like that to Belichick when you're missing some of your key players. Like, when a team's coming in with injuries like we have and a quarterback who's banged up, like, Belichick lives for that game. He does. And so that was, like, they're not necessarily that good or that bad. I think it's more just about Belichick. Like, but my point being is that, like, this isn't as bad of an indictment on the Browns as it would be if it was a different team. Like, getting blown out by Bill Belichick is kind of acceptable in the NFL.
You know what's
it happens to a good team every year, you know. So, like, there's a little bit of hope.
So
you
that
know,
means that's a good luck for us.
That's not what that means.
We're not saying.
I'm trying my best to give the Browns the benefit of the doubt.
My biggest bit of frustration with that game, if you take everything else out, don't forget who's on the other side of the field, is that it looked like we quit very early on in that game.
That's a fair point.
The moment Baker Mayfield threw that pick and almost got returned for a touchdown, the game was over.
Yeah.
At that moment,
there just was no fight. And if they had won, if the Patriots had won and it had been just a little bit better on the Brown side, like they had put a little bit more fight into it, maybe lost by like a couple touchdowns, it would be way more acceptable to me.
I mean, you watch the game, you look at the defense. We've seen the exact same style of defense from every opponent we faced for the past 4 weeks. Okay?
Yeah.
Only the Bengals were not equipped enough to actually execute it. The other three were. Okay, and they made our offense a non-factor. The Patriots knew exactly every single thing the Browns are doing. And it's not because of the oh my God, you're in New England, got to be careful, we got to speak in code.
No.
It's because they're just not good enough. That's what it is. They're not good enough.
If you're not good enough to beat the Patriots, you're definitely not good enough to go to a playoff or win a Super Bowl.
You're definitely
they
not.
are good enough.
When with the whole team healthy, it's a different conversation.
I mean, yeah.
I think that's fair, but I think that the difference in this game is you go from 45-7 to 45-21.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just look at what they did last year with the team they had last year and the personnel they have this year. They should be better.
They should be. I mean,
they should be better.
I heard this on the radio earlier this week, and the Browns have scored 17 or fewer points in I think 4 of their last 6 games, something like that. Like all the games they've lost.
Yeah.
You're essentially gifted 21 points in the modern NFL. It's like a guarantee you're going to score 21 points a game, unless your offense is
terrible.
And the Browns aren't scoring 21 points.
All right,
so
well,
that's a big issue, and that's just something to think about. We got more Browns talk in the next segment here. We got a half an hour, and guess what? We got 15 more, so I hope you like Browns talk. But
commercial, Super Brown.
Draft time, mock draft time for the Browns. Let's go.
Commercial land.
Hello, and welcome to today's lottery drawing. Good luck. And here's today's winning numbers. First one up, it's not yours. Second one, not yours. And another number that's not yours. Okay, this is one number that's yours. It's a 5, but you don't get any money for that. And the final number is not yours.
Yep, so chances are you're not going to hit the lottery anytime soon. Don't get us wrong, the lottery can be fun every now and then. Just please don't rely on it for your future savings. How about this? Brew your own coffee at home instead of buying that latte every day. Brown bag it to work instead of ordering in. Ride your bike instead of buying all that gas. These changes alone can save you thousands a year. Thousands. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feed that piggy bank. Go to feedthepig.org for more free ideas on how to save.
Feed the pig!
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Colbert, filling in for Smokey because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. Guess the song was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor. Because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
You've never experienced anything like this before. From insight, to comedy, to whatever Chirk Berserk is doing. This is So What's the Catch on All Sports Cleveland.
That was a little bit funky.
I like it.
I like that one.
We're back here. So what's the catch? All Sports Cleveland. You heard it.
Yes.
But one thing I wanted to mention about the Browns offense, a reason why they've been ineffective, is that the opposing defenses have basically figured out how to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
It's take away the rollouts, the designed rollouts, the play action rollouts. Baker Mayfield can't pass from the pocket.
We are
awful at it.
We are a very one-dimensional offense, and it's frustrating because here's my thing, and we were going to talk about it in this segment anyway, so I'll just bring it up now. What's the point of having an offensive coordinator on your coaching staff if it's the head coach calling plays?
Because the offensive coordinator designs the plays, designs the concept, the coach calls the plays.
Yeah, it's more of a decision-making thing than a design or scheming thing.
I've just never understood that. Like, if your head coach is the one calling the plays, why have the...
I'm actually kind of with Josh on not understanding it, but the way you explained it makes sense.
Yeah.
He's there to design the concepts, to evaluate, to have more information on things, to give the coach the best amount of data to make his decisions.
That makes sense. I do wonder though, like if that maybe could be something they would look at making a change for.
Yeah.
But if you're taking play calling ways from Kevin Stefanski, you might as well just fire him, honestly.
Yeah, because that's what he's there for.
No,
he's there for the offense.
He's there
he's not
for the
there
offense.
for the defense.
If you're not going to have Stefanski call plays, fire him.
Yeah,
I'm that's the road you want to go down.
Yep.
And you want Van Pelt to call plays.
You know what I'd really like to do? I'd like to keep him on as an offensive coordinator.
You think
so you're going to demote him?
Yeah. But I know he's not going to accept that. I'm just saying.
I'm ready.
So, what if we, as offensive coordinator, we get Hugh Jackson back?
Oh, no.
Good Lord.
Okay, I'm not suggesting...
We should do it.
I know you're not suggesting that, but I'm just telling you that you might as well do that. If you're going to have Alex Van Pelt call plays.
Would that be a good idea?
No!
Are you concussed?
Explain.
What?
Hugh Jackson is terrible at everything.
One of the worst football coaches of all time.
He was arguably, since our return in 1999, I would say he's
up there as one of the worst.
He's
not up there. He is the worst coach we've had.
I'm gonna have to
first
give
of all,
that.
he is the worst coach we had. He's the worst coach of all time. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
There's a reason.
Thank you.
Freddie Kitchens was worse.
No, Hugh Jackson was worse. Hugh Jackson was so much worse. It has to do more with the talent and stuff. It's the way that he handled things, the way that he threw people under the bus, the way that he did power grabs, and somehow the only way it worked was in Cleveland. It wasn't in Cincinnati or Oakland, okay? Because when he tried to do that there, they got rid of him.
We should have.
This is the only franchise that said, yes, Hugh Jackson will do things that you want to do. You want more power? Here you go.
Yeah,
And what about his Mr. Hero commercial?
Who cares?
I don't care about Hugh Jackson and Mr. Hero and their terrible sandwiches.
All right, okay? Let's get off of this. Seriously.
Making my brain hurt.
All right.
So, Twitch.
Yeah.
So what's next? Bring it up.
Yeah, he's short circuit.
The Browns and Ravens game next week. I was on the fence about this, but now I'm in agreement. It needs to get flexed out of Sunday Night Football.
Please, flex this game on a Sunday Night Football. I hate watching my team play in prime time.
Yep.
Give me the 1 o'clock afternoon game so I can watch them play like garbage, be done at 4 o'clock, have time to regroup, eat dinner, then be like, why do I keep doing this to myself every Sunday? Okay?
That's not even the reason
That's the reason I want it, okay?
I'm actually, I agree.
That's not the reason I want it flexed out of Sunday Night Football is because I've looked at Week 12 slate. There are other games that mean so much more. Like you got the Titans at the Patriots that week. That could be a big game. So I'd like to see that game get flexed into Sunday Night Football. I'd have to look at the schedule, but there are better games.
This is a divisional game, and the division is tight. It has more weight to it in that way.
I think the Rams play somebody good that week, if I remember correctly.
When you look at the picture in the AFC, though, yeah, you are right that it becomes an important game.
Yeah, for sure, especially in the division, and when you have back-to-back games against them. Like I said, you win both those games, the whole division looks entirely different.
It definitely does, but that's a tall order.
Yeah, for sure. But at least they got a bye week in between the two. You know, that they're going to have as much time to prepare for that second game. You know, I kind of like the thought of them playing them 2 games in a row.
I mean, if you can get some momentum out of that first game, definitely.
Right.
Yeah. You have the Steelers at the Bengals. That game's not likely to get flexed in.
I think the Rams play somebody good. Who the
Packers.
Rams-Packers. That's Sunday Night Football.
That sounds like
it. If the Browns
is Sunday Night Football.
If the Browns split the pair with Baltimore, then I'll still have a little teeny tiny bit of hope left for the rest of the year. Obviously, they have to win this week before that, but if they win this week and they win that first game, things are going to look a lot different, and I think we might be having a little bit different of a conversation.
I'm glad you brought that up because I think I said this on the sports generals before we came in here, but I'm a little bit concerned that the Lions are 0-8-1. They're a sleepy team, so the Browns are going to look ahead past the Lions and look ahead to that Week 12 Sunday night showdown in Baltimore.
See, I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
Here's why.
They just got blown out. They don't get to look ahead to anybody. They have to watch that tape. They have to go in and watch that tape the next day. They're going to be focused as
the Browns are in win every game mode. Okay, it isn't like looking big picture. It's we have to win this week, and how are we going to do that?
Yeah, because
are we going to have our running backs? Are we even going to have who's supposed to be our starting quarterback playing?
Right.
It's not about looking forward to the Ravens.
Whether we think they're done or not, everybody in that locker room still wants to get to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, this is a must-win game. I don't think they're looking ahead of the Detroit Lions at all. I think they're looking at this as, if we lose this game, our season's over. Flat out. I think that's the attitude they have. Because it is, yeah.
I don't think it is.
If they lose to the
Lions, it's over.
Yes,
then you're back under 500.
No. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear any Chirk Berserk number game. Okay, if they lose this week, it's officially done.
For 2 reasons, James, I'm going to agree with you for 2 reasons. Number 1, you're a game under 500 at 5-6. Number 2, you just lost to a winless team.
Yeah, a bad winless team.
A bad winless team. And honestly, this game is more losable than people think it is.
The Browns should not be favored.
Oh, it's losable. But back on what Josh said, I would agree with you if the Patriot game had gone the complete other way.
That's fair.
If it had been a blowout in Cincinnati, then a blowout against the Patriots, then we would have got a little cocky.
Yep.
But there's no reason to be cocky right now.
We have no cockiness.
It is tail between your legs time.
And look at the press releases and the quotes that are coming out from the locker room. Everybody's kind of point and blame every other which way. They know that there's an issue.
Yeah, this is classic Browns right now. That's what this is. This is the season is not going the way they thought it would, and it's time for quotes in the headlines time. That's what it is.
It's how it's playing out
so many times. This is 2019 all over again, my friend.
I was just going to bring that up, so I thank you very much.
Whoa, you think it's 20?
Chirk, I'm taking the floor on this one, sir. No. All right?
That was awesome.
All right?
Hold on. We'll let you go as soon as he's done. But
Okay.
let's let Josh go.
All right.
In 2019, the Browns acquire Odell Beckham Jr. They hire Freddie Kitchens as their head coach, right? After everything that he did to end the season with Baker. And we do all this other stuff. I'm just kidding.
That was the best thing ever, but okay, go
That
ahead.
was great. And they get all these expectations. We're on 4 primetime games, okay? And what happens? We go 0-4 against the NFC West, 3-3 against the division, 3-1 against the AFC East, 0-2 against the teams that finished in 3rd place in our division, and we went 2-2 in primetime. You add all that up, 6-10, failed expectations.
I don't think we're going to end up anywhere. I don't know, man. Even without, I don't think we'll go to the playoffs, but we're going to have more wins than we did in 2019.
Yeah.
We'll have more wins in 2019, but I think we're going to have more losses than wins.
No.
Yes.
I feel more like a 500, but we can't make 500 anymore.
Unless we tie, we can't go 500.
Yeah. Now you lost me. But maybe just under 500 is where I'm looking at.
I think 8-9's probably where to go.
I guess that's where I'm at.
8-9. I'm no longer at the above 500 point for this team. I think 8-9, 7-10 is probably where they're going to finish. Honestly.
And a difference between now and 2019 is, like, on paper, we should be better this year. So it's more disappointing to me this year than it was then.
I mean, it's the team's not a whole lot all that different from that 2019 team.
And
it's not. Then you look, you actually have one less receiving target because Beckham's not here anymore. You have a defense that is a complete joke still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's the same old. And it also follows a season where Baker Mayfield got hot in the second half of the year before, then completely laid an egg the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's the same thing.
God, I wish we could be consistent.
Shark, what were you gonna say?
We were talking about the Browns and their
That I said this is 2019, and you seemed offended.
Yeah, because we're not doing plays like 4th and 9 halfback draws.
Okay, just because they didn't do a halfback draw in 4 and 9 doesn't make this not 2019.
Yeah,
they're not doing things like shotgun formation.
The season is still. The concept is still the same.
They do that?
They did do that against the Patriots.
And it's almost worse to me, Chirk, because at least in 2019, we could point at what the problem was and say, look, we just need to get a new coach.
Here's the problem is, like, our identity is our running game, and it's Nick Chubb and it's Kareem Hunt, and they're not here, you know? Like, we're missing our entire identity, like, on offense is gone.
Yes, but according
so it really is, it's different in that way. At least, you know what I mean? Like,
I get what you're saying.
I don't know.
Yes, but according to James, we need to get rid of Kareem Hunt.
Sure. Well, I'm saying having 2 guys healthy, whether it's Hunt or Johnson, same thing. Chubb and Johnson healthy, or Chubb and Hunt. You know, either way. But without Chubb,
without Chubb, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work exactly.
My grudge against Kareem Hunt is because I don't like him as a human.
I don't like him as a human being either. So I think he's an amazing player, but
again, agreed. He's very productive. He's obviously the beta running back of the 2.
Yeah.
But I don't want him on the team because I don't like him as a person.
He's a trash human being.
And you said also you don't think he's a good fit schematically.
He's not.
Yeah.
He excels at running in gap scheme, where Nick Chubb excels running in zone scheme, and they're better at zone than they are at gap.
And James, you're usually better at, like, understanding where people's contracts are at and how that looks. So if we let go of Kareem Hunt, does that, obviously free us up to make some better deals elsewhere?
I would have to look at the dead money that we would owe him. I don't know how much, if any, that we were owed, but he is only under contract for one more year after this year, I believe.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that they're on the hook for a whole bunch of money.
Right.
I'm just wondering if it's something that they'll probably do, or should we expect Hunt to be around another year?
I wouldn't be surprised if Hunt's gone next year, but honestly, we're probably stuck with one more year of Baker Mayfield. And after that, it's change of scenery time for him and the quarterback here. But we got to hit a break, and we're going to have a little break from Browns talk for a minute, because we're going to come back. We have some NBA talk. So stick around. Basketball coming up next.
Hello, and welcome to today's lottery drawing. Good luck. And here's today's winning numbers. First one up, it's not yours. Second one, not yours. And another number that's not yours. Okay, this is one number that's yours. It's a 5, but you don't get any money for that. And the final number is not yours.
Yep, so chances are you're not going to hit the lottery anytime soon. Don't get us wrong, the lottery can be fun every now and then. Just please don't rely on it for your future savings. How about this? Brew your own coffee at home instead of buying that latte every day. Brown bag it to work instead of ordering in. Ride your bike instead of buying all that gas. These changes alone can save you thousands a year. Thousands. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feed that piggy bank. Go to feedthepig.org for more free ideas on how to save. Feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Come on down to Guitar Center. Come on down to Guitar Center. Come on down to Guitar Center at 5800 Mayfield Road in Mayfield Heights, because we have everything you need and more. We offer a large selection to choose from, such as acoustic guitars, electric guitars, and keyboards. We even sell audio interfaces, studio monitors, mixing consoles, and much more. Whatever you need, we have at Guitar Center. Check us out at 5800 Mayfield Road in Mayfield Heights. We have our special The Beat Never Stops Big Bang sale going on now through July 28th. Save up to 25% on drums and percussions. 5800 Mayfield Road in Mayfield Heights. Don't miss out on your chances. If you prefer shopping from home, no problem. You could call 440-461-0300 right now for a secret deal. That's 5800 Mayfield Road in Mayfield Heights.
Are you and your family ready to wear the hottest designs in the game by the best black designers in the game? Then look no further than Ravenella.com. Ravenella.com is for black people, by black people, and run by black people. Get the hottest designs for you and your whole family and know exactly who you are buying from. So are you ready to support a black business and stand out? Then go to Ravenella.com for free shipping for your first purchase. So get your whole family looking fly via Ravenella.com. All black-owned fashion is on Ravenella.com.
We feel a lot like Rodney Dangerfield because Cleveland gets no respect. Oh well, welcome back to So What's the Catch?
All right, we're back. So what's the catch? We're taking a break from football just for a moment.
Little palate cleanser.
Palate cleanser is a good way to put it, but we're
Take
talking,
a breath, Mint.
We're talking Cavs.
The Cavaliers.
All right.
Okay, I need a minute before I entertain
Well,
you.
Evan Mobley did get injured, so.
All right.
So here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll bring up.
Set the table for us here.
So the Cavs, they are 9-6 on the year.
Fourth in the Eastern Conference, I believe.
They are about to play in order: the Nets, the Warriors, the Nets, the Suns. Currently, these are the guys that are injured: Evan Mobley, Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, Lamar Stevens, Jared Allen. Kevin Love. Return is probable for this evening. Okay, and with Kevin Love back, that means he's going back into the starting lineup because they don't got anybody else.
No.
Does that mean a loss?
Yes.
I think by the end of this stretch, if all these guys continue to be out, which they're supposed to be, you're going to lose all 4 games, and you'll be 9-10 next Wednesday.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of that.
So just playing the devil's advocate, if that doesn't work out like that, and they come out with, I mean, I don't know much about basketball, but they win more than they lose. I don't know.
You know more than you give yourself credit for.
Yeah, you do.
Do you believe in the team more if they come out with a winning record?
Yes.
If they come out 500, so
2 and 2 would be a miracle.
I'd be ecstatic. I'd be ecstatic about 1 win over this because you're playing 3 really good teams in 4 games.
And you got Kevin Love back.
Yeah, but you're missing three key pieces. Well, not key pieces.
You're missing the Rookie of the Year favorite in Evan Mobley.
Mm-hmm.
You're losing Jared Allen, who's proven to be a good double-double.
He had a Player of the Week,
production.
Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
You know, he's good for a double-double most games.
Yeah, he's been a stud so far this season.
He's looked a lot better.
Yeah.
As far as Sexton and Markkanen go, I think once those 2 got hurt, this team played better because it cleared some stuff up.
I 100% agree with you.
It really did.
Yep.
Really did.
So I think Sexton and Markkanen getting hurt were a blessing in disguise.
What about Valentine?
Get him out of here. Get
Who
both of them
cares
out
about
of here.
him?
Yeah. I mean,
he's only here because we're doing a favor to Tom Izzo for some reason.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's on the team at all.
Yeah, Denzel Valentine made some shots that helped us win the game.
When you take 1,000 shots a game, you're gonna make a couple.
Yeah.
Sounds like Colin Sexton.
That dude
But anyways,
shoots. Not afraid to shoot.
Darius Garland, he's good. Okay, I like Darius Garland. Ricky Rubio's had a really good season. But I'm looking at the guys in this team, I'm like, who is going to do anything that is going to make this team score them more at 80 points a game?
That's the thing. I don't know. Where is the offense going to come from?
Darius Garland's fine, but he's like a third option, okay,
Right.
on a good team. With hopefully Evan Mobley being the number one, you find yourself on number two. You look at Ricky Rubio, he's nice, but he's a backup point guard.
I do want to take a victory lap, though, for saying at the beginning of the season he was going to have a career year. Because I did say that.
I mean,
I said on this team we're like we lack the scoring ability so much that he's gonna shoot a lot more than normal. So I knew he was gonna have a good year, but he really is. He's having a career year for him.
Yeah.
Ricky Rubio's been fantastic.
Yeah. Better than expected, that's for sure.
We're going to get a great return in trade at the trade deadline for Ricky Rubio.
I'm really happy with that.
I'm not ready to say that we're going to trade him. I'm not ready to say that.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna present to you. Big picture. Don't think yourself about this one season. Big picture in terms of the Cavs.
I'm with Josh, so I love Ricky Rubio.
Ricky Rubio's fun.
I don't want to see him go.
He's been very fun to watch. He's been very good. But you're in charge of the team. You have replaced Kobe Altman because Kobe Altman kind of stinks at his job.
Yeah.
Okay? And you have to do what's best for the franchise long term. Are you going to keep Ricky Rubio here for the rest of his contract this year?
You
then
can't
get
do
nothing
that.
in return?
Right.
Or do you trade him at the deadline to a team that needs a backup point guard and you get like some future first round pick?
Yeah.
Let's see.
You do that every time.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
it is a bummer to think about, though. It's like, I don't know. I always get attached to like the players that are somehow on their way out. It feels like it's.
Look at me. I'm wearing a Larry Nance Jr. shirt.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. He was just back in
If we had
time.
Larry Nance, we would be better.
I don't know. Larry Nance Jr. is just my favorite player on these past couple Cavs teams because
I liked him as a person.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, I don't know much about his basketball career, but I met him a few times through
Good.
events and stuff.
Yeah.
He was a really nice dude.
He's cool. I mean, he wore his father's number, so I have this jersey. I have one of the City Edition jerseys from a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I really respect him, too. Again, not even knowing anything about his career, but just the fact of honoring his dad. I thought that was cool.
I don't really know what this means, but he represented the city well.
Yeah.
I mean,
You hear that
he
a lot.
had the
You
Cleveland
hear that a lot.
mentality.
He did, but
You hear that a lot. I don't really know what it means, but he did.
Kind of that you're a workhorse, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Whatever.
show up and do what you're supposed to do. Show up and shut up.
Yeah, like Baker Mayfield.
No.
No, but it's so frustrating to me because I'm not changing my pick. I'm staying with 30 wins for the Cavs, and the way we were starting, I'm like, oh, we can actually maybe make a run at not the playoffs, but a play-in spot. I didn't think we were going to stay in the top 8 for the Eastern Conference. I was just thinking,
But let's see what happened over the past week. This is the moment in time, just like last year, and everyone gets hurt, then the team goes in the toilet.
Yeah.
don't tell me that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is exactly what happened last year.
You are just trying to pop my bubble right now, aren't you?
Hey, I live in the real world, my friend.
Yeah.
And this is what the real world is. It sucks sometimes, and it kicks you in the stomach.
This is a team that's still building.
How do you feel about the Wizards?
What about the Wizards?
What about them?
Aren't they playing pretty good?
Yeah, they're the top team in the Eastern Conference.
How did they go from the worst to the best?
It's still early, Church.
Yeah,
they're not the
still
best
early.
team in the East.
Yeah.
Milwaukee. I want to believe you, but no.
Okay, let's talk about some non-Cavs news. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Staples Center, no longer be Staples Center.
Yeah.
Crypto.com.
They're called the Cryptos.
Crypto.com Arena.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of people getting mad about this, being like, I'm going to keep calling it Staples Center. I'm like, you're still calling it a corporate name.
Yeah, like, why are you
Yeah,
on
regardless of that
like,
point.
that's so stupid. Well, I always was confused about the Jacobs Field thing, too. Like, why are you, like, so loyal to, like, the Jacobs family? You know what I mean? Like,
this
never made sense.
For me, okay, so I can actually speak on the Jacobs Field thing. For me, it was because when I grew up,
At
right?
least it's not a corporation.
Well, being
but
like 3 or 4 or 5 years old, that was just the name I knew it by.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
yeah,
sunk
yeah.
in. Like it was for me, it was a nostalgia.
Yeah. I'm better with that one than I am people being upset about Staples. It's like it's
Staples
a corporation.
Center's it's like what, 20-something years old? It's not that old. It's not like they're renaming Wrigley Field or Lambeau or Dodger Stadium or Yankee Stadium for that matter.
You'll still hear me call Romo Fijo the Gund.
Yeah.
Quite often. Yeah. I mean, it's just for me, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad you brought that up because again, nickname for that place, the Morgue. A lot of people are calling.
That is kind of nice.
Are referring to Crypto.com as the Crypt.
The Crypt.
That would make sense. I kind of laughed when you said it, though. And my only issue is, outside of sports, I don't think cryptocurrency is going to be around all that long. So I just kind of laugh at the sponsorship. But
they're putting a lot of faith in their company to sign a deal like they just signed.
I mean, hey, I would have been more on you on that take 8-9 years ago. But the fact we're about a decade in on this and it's still here and people have made a ton of money on it. I'm no crypto person. I'm not into the NFTs and crap.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I would have
honestly,
to really
I don't fully understand it because I haven't really looked into it. And I've tried to. I'm just like, this is like hieroglyphics to me.
Yeah.
But
they're benefiting a lot from like the instability of like our financial markets right now too. You know, like once the market straightens out and things get better, like economically in this country, like crypto will lose its value, like it always does, and it'll go up and it'll go down, and who the hell knows what's going to happen with crypto? But they signed a big deal. They're putting a lot of faith in their company. They think that crypto's the future. They know something that we don't know. Apparently.
I mean, who knows? This could be a long-standing name for them for the Lakers, or this could be just like Enron Field down in Houston.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's I forgot about old Enron. Yeah. That was a great scandal.
But
how about the Forum?
What about the Forum?
What about it?
The Clippers wanted to go back there.
Yeah, but they got their new stupid stadium that they're calling it something stupid and playing somewhere stupid.
Yeah.
I want the Forum to be back.
The Forum still exists. They have concerts there, but I mean, they're not going to play basketball.
The UFC has
basketball back in the Forum.
The UFC has done pay-per-views
play at the Forum.
We need NBA basketball.
It's not going to happen. The facility's not good enough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta stop living in the past, dude.
All right,
it just has its own feel to it, like some of those historic stadiums.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, let's go with Eastern Conference contender, more legitimate.
Yeah,
the Heat or the Bulls?
I would say the Bulls.
I'm with the Heat here.
I'm going with the Heat.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Heat. I don't think what the Bulls have is sustainable.
And I think they should make a new Comeback Player of the Year award too.
What do you mean?
What?
I thought they had one.
Why don't they just call it the Comeback Player of the Year?
They're most improved.
They have a comeback.
They have
a comeback
most
player
improved
of
the year.
I thought they had a comeback player.
I thought they did too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It might be one of those stupid unofficial awards.
Yeah, it could be.
And
we digress.
Yeah, but I'm going with the Heat over the Bulls as a more legitimate contender.
Yeah.
I don't see. I think the Bulls have some nice pieces, but I don't see them being good enough to make the necessary steps that I think the Heat can. Okay, I have more faith in Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Butler than I do in Lonzo Ball and DeMar DeRozan.
I like the chemistry that the Bulls have, and Lonzo is actually finding his stroke now, and that's partially because he doesn't have his dad like rolling out the red carpet like, look at my son.
Yeah, because he's hanging out with the better kid.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with LaMelo.
Yeah. The one that's actually good.
Yeah, he ditched the one that's in the middle of the road, which
for
is
the
Lonzo.
Potential MVP.
Yeah, LiAngelo's doing whatever, and he's with LaMelo.
Yep.
Yeah, but
how about Kobe White?
What about Kobe White?
I wasn't even going to talk about.
Why do you do this all the time?
It's
You're just like, what about this guy?
What about a random person?
Jeez, hey, what about Flip Murray?
Yeah.
Kobe White, though.
What about DeJuan Wagner?
The reason
though?
I brought up Kobe White is because I think that the Bulls with Kobe White back in. You think that will help?
He's their backup point guard. Lonzo, their starting lineup is Lonzo, Levine, DeRozan. Patrick Williams, I think, is their starting power forward. And
then he hurt though.
But what you guys are all forgetting though is what about John Madden?
Yeah.
What about? And does Tyler Hero? This is my last name. Does Tyler Hero still play for Miami?
Yes, he does.
I'm going with Miami. Because Jack Harlow made a good rap song called Tyler Hero, so I am forever a Tyler Hero fan.
I love it.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no basis for picking them besides that there's a rap song by Jack Harlow.
I will concede and give you that one.
That's more justifiable than arguing the Bulls, in my opinion.
I don't foresee the Bulls as being like, middle of the road playoff team at best.
Yeah.
I think they're probably lower than higher.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll find out more as the season goes on. But we got to take a little break. When we come back, it's hour 2. Things get weird, and oh boy, we're starting off with a weird topic. It's Odell Beckham Jr. in hour 2.
This is a guided meditation on parenting. Take this time to breathe deeply and close your eyes. Right now, you're completely in control. Unlike the time you and your son played basketball and you attempted to slam dunk. Or when you tried removing those raccoons from the basement. Concentrate on the soothing sound of my voice. Release the memory of when you wrestled with that beehive in your son's treehouse. Let go of the time you thought that skunk was a cat. Or when you pulled into the garage with your son's bike on top of the car. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Here's farmer and businessman James Wood.
We farm about 3,500 acres. There's pipelines everywhere. The contractor working on my property did not have the lines located before he began work, and it resulted on a strike on a natural gas pipeline. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it could have been much worse.
Never assume the location or depth of underground lines. Always call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety campaign.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plotto and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad o'clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hour 2 on So What's the Catch is when things get weird. Here on All Sports Cleveland.
All right, Shirk. Josh took off his sweatshirt. He's got a Memphis Grizzlies t-shirt on underneath it. Name a random Grizzlies player from franchise history.
Strawmile Swift.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
That guy was an underrated dunker back in the day, and I remember him doing that.
He had bunnies, man. Yeah,
Nice.
for sure.
I went with Cherokee Parks.
I went with Mike Conley.
I went with Big Zach Randolph.
Mike Conley's not a random player. Everyone knows Mike Conley.
I thought you were going to go like Bryant Reeves, Big Country.
Yeah.
No.
Big Country.
I had to go with
I thought you were going to go like Hashim the Beat.
Or how about Greg Buckner?
OJ Mayo.
OJ Mayo.
Who actually is coaching with the Cavs right now.
All right.
Yes, all
now
right.
let's get to OBJ.
It's Odell Beckham Jr.
Gotta talk about him.
Takes were wild after the Monday Night Football game because apparently people watched the game, but they really didn't watch the game. Beckham finished with 2 catches for 18 yards. He was only targeted 3 times. He only was on the field for 15 plays. But
I had him at 5 targets.
Apparently, he's the reason the Rams lost.
He's definitely not the reason. He's definitely not the reason. The
apparently,
Rams
he's the
lost
reason
game.
Matthew Stafford suddenly turned into Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
but wait. That's not how this works.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't look good though. It wasn't good.
I didn't get the opportunity to watch the game, but we released OBJ on what? Like Monday or something?
Yeah, I mean, they only had 1 practice together before this, so it's like, how much weight can you really put into it?
Exactly.
But the fact of the matter is a lot of people thought he was going to go out there, and they went to him with the first pass of the game. They went to him.
Yeah.
So I thought they were going to target him a lot and really try to get him into the end zone, and they kind of went away from that. But I mean, it wasn't a great performance. Like he didn't look.
Wasn't.
He didn't
I don't
look
put any
good.
stock in it yet. And
Yeah,
I
it's too
would
early
like
to tell. That's right.
And overall, if I'm being honest, I hope he doesn't have a good career there. I hope he does like he did in this last game from now on.
Yeah.
But I still don't think, I'm not going to say that's what's happening yet. Because everything James said, he only had 15 snaps. He was only there for a couple days. I mean, you can't learn that entire playbook in a couple days.
Absolutely not.
Give me another game. Don't they go into a bye week?
No, they have the Packers.
Do they have the Packers next?
No, the Packers is next week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
He has time to grow some chemistry.
So the next game is when I would really start to grade him on, is what I'm getting to.
Yeah, I think it's too early to tell for sure, but I honestly thought he was going to have a big game. I thought he was going to go out there and play well.
This week is their bye week.
I thought... Oh, yeah, he'll have a bye week this week. He'll come back against he'll be good. I'm not worried about him.
It's too early to tell, for sure.
The way I look at it is that he went from one team in the Browns to another team in the Rams, who run very similar offensive schemes. The concepts are very similar.
Right.
It's not that different. The only real difference is the quarterback.
Here's what we're going to find out is if he really is a toxic guy, and we're gonna find out soon. It won't take long. You know what I mean? Because
especially in Los Angeles.
Yeah, exactly. The bright lights of LA, all of the attention is on that team and him right now. So it's not gonna take long to find out if the talk about him really being toxic is true, or if people have just been assassinating his character because they don't like the guy. Because I think there's a lot of people out there that just flat out don't like him, and they honestly, I don't know, they don't have realistic opinions of him just because they don't like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. And most of those people reside on Brown's Twitter. Okay?
Correct, yeah.
You're not wrong, though, by saying that.
You just watched the victory laps I saw people taking on Tuesday for Beckham having 2 catches for 18 yards. I'm like, do you guys have amnesia? Because we lost by 38 points the day before.
Yeah. I did make a joke about it, but it was a good joke, so I don't feel bad about that.
You think Odell's at the end of his career?
No.
No.
I'm with you on everything you guys say, but the one thing that did bother me that Odell did was his thank you note to the Browns fans.
God, yeah.
4 days ago, he posted up a thank you note to the Browns fans, and I read it, and I've never read anything so fake in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like from the start, in my opinion, but in my opinion, he didn't want to be here. And then he goes on to say, Cleveland had the best fans ever. If we were the best fans, then why you were on such a mission to get out of here?
Yeah. I don't know.
I just don't like it.
I totally agree. It felt so fake. I don't even know if he was the one who wrote it, to be honest with you.
You think Baker wrote it?
No, I don't think Baker wrote it.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Baker
the book's
was
still
just
out
like
on Odell, I think he's got all the talent in the world. He's so talented,
Yeah,
there's no doubt about that.
And this isn't just the Browns. I mean, didn't he have...
he had problems like this in New York.
Yeah, he did.
But we'll see.
His legs are gone, though.
He doesn't look himself.
Baker just writing Odell.
Where are you going with this?
If anything, it's Papa Odell Sr. writing
Baker
his
might have
notes
wanted
for him.
to leave.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think Baker deep.
What is it with you and pulling up
I'm
video clips on your phone?
The word is ADHD.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly looking at stuff. I can't stand to just be here. And
Yeah, it's hour 2. It's all
hour 2.
good.
Things get weird. It's all good.
Of course.
Yeah, I know. I'm just asking.
Point being, that's what happens. I constantly keep opening things up and looking at them, and I forget.
Yeah, I do that.
And like an ad auto plays.
Yep.
And that happens to me all the
part
time.
of our phones right there.
James, let me ask you this. Are you at all concerned for the LA Rams?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I think they have an excellent coach in Sean McVay. I think they have an MVP-type quarterback in Matthew Stafford. I think they have a fantastic defense.
Yeah.
And I think that the Rams will be perfectly fine. I still think they're probably one of the 3 teams from the NFC that you would pick to go into the Super Bowl.
On paper, yeah, for sure.
I mean, the Rams are trying to do what the Buccaneers did last year. Obviously not go on the magic carpet ride of going Washington, New Orleans, Green Bay, and being the 6th wild card team, but they're trying to host the Super Bowl play in the Super Bowl at their own stadium.
Mm-hmm.
It's LA.
They're all in.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
Exactly. And if they don't get to the Super Bowl this year, it's a failure. Simple as that.
Yeah. I agree with that.
That's where they moved away from Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford for that purpose.
Right.
They went and they signed or acquired Von Miller. They went and signed Odell Beckham Jr. Those aren't moves for a team being like, we hope to make the playoffs. No, they're all in.
Yeah.
It's like put up or shut up time. I still have faith in the Rams. I still have faith in McVay. I have faith in Beckham. It's until they show me over a long stretch of reason why not to believe in this team, I'm not going to suddenly not believe in that team.
I've got faith in Stefanski. I've got faith in Chubb. I've got faith in God. And
What did you say? I missed that.
Nothing. I was just filling time.
Probably could have used a little.
That would have. You should have been on that.
Man.
That would have been good timing for it.
All right.
So we do have a little more time to fill in this segment. So I thought it would be interesting to see.
Oh, we have a phone call?
I think we should bring in the.
Hello.
I'm interested to hear AFC North power rankings, where everybody thinks the teams are.
All right. Simple. Ravens number 1, Browns number 4. I would put right now. Even though the Steelers have a better record, I would still put the Bengals at number 2 and Steelers 3. Done.
I have the same as you. Browns, Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns.
I still think
I got Browns at 1.
Of course you do.
Shocker.
You also have them at 2, 3, and 4.
No, at 2, I have. You know what? Since it is hour 2, yeah, they're on all of them.
I like how you just.
This might shock you guys, but I've got the Bengals last.
Really?
Yep. I've got Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bengals.
What you got, Kramer?
I think that the end of the season for the Bengals is not going to go very well for
That's
them.
very possible. I'm just looking like right now.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
But we just have the big win over them, so it's a power ranking. It's not ranking. So I'm okay with putting them ahead of Cincinnati still.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
What you got?
Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers.
Okay.
Even though we have that loss, I still think overall we're a better team than the Steelers.
That's fair.
Cool.
I would rank the quarterbacks pretty much the same way. Lamar, Joe Burrow, Big Ben, or Mason Rudolph, and then Baker.
Yeah, I'm with you there. The quarterback power rankings, I've got Browns dead last.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's the worst starting quarterback.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating for me because he does every once in a while he'll have a game with a 91 quarterback rating and he looks, he plays, he manages the game and they win big, and it's like, why can't you play like this week to week? Why is he so inconsistent? I just don't get it.
Because he's an inconsistent quarterback. That's who he is.
Yeah.
Hey, you want a secret? He's consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what he is.
Yeah, it's just so frustrating for me. He's got the arm talent, he really does have the arm talent. It's just.
Does he?
The arm talent, yeah, but
I don't know.
I'm gonna be with you.
He's got a great arm. He's got. Nobody in the NFL can really throw much farther than Baker. The dude he's been on camera throwing the ball 70 yards in a game.
That's cool, but I'm looking more just the throw distance. I'm looking at throw accuracy, ball placement. He doesn't have that.
He really does.
But he does. But when he is on, he does. He has the ability to make those throws.
What once a month?
But that's not what I'm saying though. I'm saying he has the ability to make those plays. He is completely capable of making all the plays that every other quarterback, arm-wise, is capable of making. In my opinion,
when it happens so rarely for him, it makes me question: is it because of how good he is, or just happened to be having just a really good day that day?
No,
because I look
he's
at
had good games.
He's had good games. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying there's so many times I watch him. He's throwing behind guys, throwing above guys, throwing below guys.
It was only 2 weeks ago that he led the NFL in quarterback rating.
But you said
he has moments, and when you talk about arm talent, that he can throw the ball and he can put it in tight windows. He's done it before. He can do it. He just doesn't do it consistently, is what I'm saying.
He's consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, that's why it's frustrating for me because nobody at this table can say that we haven't seen Baker make amazing touchdown passes.
The one against Carolina is what.
And they're passes that a lot of other quarterbacks in the league can't make. Arm talent-wise, he's got it. He can't put it together.
He overthinks. He makes every play.
He holds the ball. He holds the ball too long, for one. Yeah, and I don't know. It's like a mental thing or something because
he does hold the ball. He can't read the field.
Yeah.
As much as people
I'm with you on all of that.
Yeah.
I'm with you on all of that.
As much as people has tried to push back and make this not an issue since even before we drafted him, he's too short. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm willing to even say he's a bad quarterback.
Yeah.
But I'm saying arm-wise, like, the guy can make throws. Like, he just doesn't do it, and that's what's so frustrating.
Someone compared him to Drew Brees.
I don't know who did that. Besides the fact that he's 6 feet tall, he's got nothing in common with Drew Brees.
No, I'd say like how Drew Brees struggled, and then if he moved to another team.
But Drew Brees had elite footwork. Baker Mayfield's never had elite footwork.
No.
No, he hasn't.
Drew Brees was a much better reader of the field.
He is a great decision maker.
And he was a great decision maker.
And that's one thing Baker is
Even
not.
with the Chargers.
Yeah.
He still showed those. I know people like to play the look at these guys' numbers game. This fan base would have hated Peyton Manning. I'm like, you don't understand what you're talking about when you make this comparison. Okay? But we got to head to a break. Guess what? We got more football in the next segment because we're talking football.
Yeah, we are.
Friends die from drinking and driving. Friends die from drinking and friends don't let friends drive.
I want to thank my mommy for loving me so much,
for taking me to the doctor when I broke my foot,
for leaving me alone when I wanted to be alone.
And now, as a grown-up, I'm thankful for being able to take care of you, my dear mom, for taking you to your therapies, for understanding that sometimes you simply want to be alone.
Roles change without us noticing. That's why AARP gives you the information to provide even better care for your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
At risk of losing your home in a foreclosure? We can help. We'll deal with your bank, reduce your payments, lower your principal, improve your credit rating. We'll buy you a pony, give you the ability to fly. We'll let you pilot a blimp. We'll bring your childhood cat back from the dead. We'll name a comet after you. We'll let you ride a unicorn. We'll carve your name into the moon with lasers. We'll arrange a meet and greet with Santa Claus. We'll give you a treat.
If you're facing foreclosure, there are a lot of companies promising to help you. All of the information can be really confusing. But who should you trust? The Hope Hotline. The Hope Hotline is a free resource connecting you with HUD-approved housing counseling agencies available 24 hours a day who understand your situation. Since 2007, they've helped over 5 million people get the clarity and information they need. Call the Hope Hotline at 888-995-HOPE. That's 888-995-4673. Brought to you by NeighborWorks America and the Ad Council.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with a sun protection factor, or SPF, of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. UVA rays age the skin, UVB rays burn, and both cause cancer. But the perfect sunscreen doesn't count if you use it wrong. Don't need sunscreen on a cloudy day? Wrong. 80% of UV rays still get through the haze. Only use sunscreen at the beach? Nope. Anytime you're outside, UV rays attack the skin, so you need protection. And you have to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Hey, it's Chirk the Berserker. You're in the Berserk box being a hard worker. We got James. Guess what? He knows all the names. Just sit back and relax. You got Unger to the max. This show will never get any lamer, because you can't find anybody as entertaining as Kramer. Now, AJ, he is the true fighter. You'll never meet anybody who is a better writer. In this show, you don't have to worry about lying, because we got a champ, and his name is Brian. Join us every Wednesday at 2 for authentic personalities, because you know, all we'll just be dishing out is just the realities.
All right, we are back here on So What's the Catch on All Sports Cleveland, which, by the way, we have a YouTube channel now, so you should go and subscribe to that. And also, you can go and listen to replays of So What's the Catch on Spotify now.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and listen or watch however you want.
All right, before we get into this football stuff, some kind of breaking baseball news real quick. The Cleveland Guardians team shop will open to the public and start selling new merchandise on November 19th. That same day, the Indians will transition all of their social media accounts to the Guardians.
It's happening, people.
It's happening.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday because over the weekend there was an issue where they had stopped some of the merchandise, delayed it. But then yesterday we saw the breaking story where they had reached the deal.
Yep.
So yeah, that's all going through now.
Yeah, but James, you still are skeptical about the whole thing.
Hey, I'm just waiting for them to get the approval from the government entities they need to get it approved by.
Yeah.
Because they could still very well say, no, we're not approving it, and then their lease is up after 2023.
All right.
Just being realistic.
That is what's on the table right now.
That's 100% what's on the
Their
table.
agreement has to be approved.
Do you think it will get approved?
I have no idea.
What is your prediction now?
I don't have one. All I can tell you is what I've seen, what I've read, what the reactions to it, and lukewarm at best has been the reactions from the people who are in charge of voting.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's a bit yikes.
They haven't told us too much about what this agreement they came to with the roller derby team is, too. They just said that they've reached an amicable agreement and that they'll both continue using the name.
Probably involves a lot of money.
That's what I mean.
It's more than the less than $10,000 they initially offered.
Well, yeah, that first offer that they gave them was so insulting.
That was a joke.
That was just
that was an FU offer. We're going to give you money just to go away.
Yeah.
We're not even really going to entertain you as this being an issue. Then, oh my God, guess what? It was an issue.
Yeah.
They sued them. They went to court. They had the mystery delay of merchandise. I don't know what that is.
It's a chicken, he said.
It's a
Why wouldn't I make a chicken noise in the middle of
the and say in there?
No, that was a rooster, I think.
I love that. I used to love those things.
Yeah, see and say.
All right, anyways, the real topic of this segment was NFL. Hey, Cam Newton's back, kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda. Scored some touchdowns.
He did.
And the Panthers wrecked the Cardinals.
So you think Cam Newton's going to have revitalize his career because of being back on the Panthers?
Yes. I don't think so. What this is, honestly, is that this is just a way for Cam to rebuild his image. The Panthers, they needed a quarterback because they don't have one. This was just a way to be like, hey, this is a way that we can score some touchdowns in the red zone.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's probably a pain in the neck for anyone who plays fantasy football because now you have a touchdown vulture to worry about in Cam Newton.
You seriously do, yeah.
And that's really all this is. This isn't real.
You know what? I'm going to concede defeat on this one a little bit because I thought Sam Darnold going down to Carolina was the real deal, and turns out that was not true. So I will admit it.
He's not good at football.
I will admit it. I was wrong.
I tried telling you, Sam Darnold is a bum. He is Mark Sanchez 2.0. He
really
is not
is.
good.
I did not want to believe you, but I have come around. I am wrong.
You've seen the light.
Yes, I have been enlightened.
Welcome to the correct side of history. Welcome. I am here. I am here. I am welcoming you to the correct side of the story here.
So I'm no longer on the dark side.
I am the leader of the correct side of history.
So I'm no longer associated with Darth Vader then.
Let's talk about this next one. This is a big one. Lev Bell released by the Ravens.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell got released by the Baltimore Ravens.
Interesting.
I mean, this really does nothing for me, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like with the running back struggles they've had all year to let go of Lev Bell. It did kind of surprise me a little bit that they released him. But
I don't think he was a good fit for their offensive system.
Yeah, and
so
another one of those guys that is questionable at best character-wise too. So
there's that. I think that like his fit with how they want to do things, it's just not.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
No.
So I mean. Not that it's the same type of issue, but it reminds me a little bit of when DeMarco Murray went to the Eagles, where he suddenly became useless.
I know a team that needs a running back right now.
In the Titans.
Browns need a running back.
I don't want Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
No, I don't either, but he's out there.
Yeah, he's out there. So is Frank Gore.
Somebody's going to sign him, is my point. Somebody will sign
Frank
him.
Gore is in a boxing match against Darren Williams on the on the Tommy Fury, Jake Paul undercard.
That's
okay,
correct.
well, you can knock out the former Cavs point guard, then you can come play for the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Darren
Two
Williams.
shots to Cleveland at the same time.
Darren Williams was like a one-season wonder, huh? He had like that one real good year, and then this.
Hey,
What happens?
Yeah.
When I went to Miami to see the Heat, I actually saw them play the Jazz. Darren Williams dunked in that game.
Ooh.
He dunked?
Yes.
I mean, he's 6'3", 6'2". I would hope he could dunk.
What did his dunk? Was it a two-hand or?
It was between the legs front flip.
It was the first ever flip dunk.
Yeah.
Have
It
you
was
done
Google
a
it.
dunk contest yet?
It was a 360 windmill.
Yeah.
No, it's probably just the basic run-of-the-mill two-hand dunk.
I think so.
Yeah.
Just like the one hand at the side?
No, I think it was what James said.
Just a basic two-hand dunk. Like,
Yeah.
he's just tall enough to dunk, but he can't do anything cool.
he ain't going. He wasn't
Like
going.
the few times you ever saw Chauncey Billups dunk, one of those type of dunks.
Yeah.
Rim grazers.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the J.J. Redick dunk?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
JJ threw it down a couple times. Yeah.
All right, what we got next?
Who needs to win more on Sunday? The Dallas Cowboys or the Kansas City Chiefs?
Kansas City.
Yeah.
I'm still with Kansas City. I think Dallas is.
They're fine right now.
They're fine.
Yeah. Their record is
Kansas
fine.
City's still trying to figure things out.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think it's 100% Kansas City. They supposedly got back on track last week against the Raiders, but I want to see it more.
I want to see it again. If they do it again, then I'll be like, okay, everyone else is in trouble.
Yeah, I'm on the same wavelength as you on this one.
The Cowboys, they're still doing fine. I mean,
they're in the NFC least. They're going to the playoffs.
That was my point about this one. It's like the Cowboys are already in. You know, the Chiefs still have a ways to go to guarantee
By
their
no
spot.
credit of Mike
so.
McCarthy either.
Yeah. I think it's definitely way more important for the Chiefs than the Cowboys.
What do you thought?
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed. All right.
How do you feel about Mike McCarthy, though?
I think Mike McCarthy's a fraud.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
he's
only
not the
won
reason
that
why
Super
they're
Bowl
good.
because of Aaron Rodgers being his quarterback. That's it. If Aaron Rodgers wasn't his quarterback, he doesn't have a Super Bowl ring. Plain and simple.
The way I look at it is I think Mike McCarthy is a fantastic liar, is what he is. Because he spent that year away from football, made this big whole thing about he's into analytics now. He's got like an analytics team. He's hanging out with Jim Haslett for some reason.
Yeah.
And you know, he's turning that next step and turning the page, going from football guy to numbers guy, then an introductory press conference, and basically admitted it was all a lie.
Yeah. Brutal.
Yeah.
It was hilarious to watch play out in real time because I had a feeling that's what was happening. But to actually see it and him just be like, guess he just swindled the Cowboys out of some money.
Yeah,
This guy.
He's a con artist. He really is.
What's he going to use it on, you think?
What'd you say?
What's he going to use his money on, you think?
I don't know. From what I hear, he likes to smash watermelons from time to time.
Oh,
He thinks he's Gallagher.
Yeah.
So,
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
I was just so like zoned out on everything, and all I just heard was somebody smashing watermelons like Gallagher.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy has smashed watermelons before games. It's a whole big thing, like with Big Cat and Pardon My Take at Barstool, where he bets on the Cowboys to lose and they win, and he finds out it was a watermelon game. Mike McCarthy smashed a watermelon.
Yeah.
He's like, you gotta let me know if it's a watermelon game so I know to bet on the Cowboys.
Do you think this game against Kansas City is going to be a watermelon game?
Ooh.
The NFL's bizarre. That's all I.
The NFL is very bizarre.
It is.
Okay, but.
What do you think? Is this going to be a watermelon game?
No, he did something else weird this past week. I can't really remember the specifics, but he did something else weird. He might do something else weird again.
Yeah,
He's
more than
like,
likely.
He's like the football version of Joe Madden, but like less cool and more weird.
I love that.
He looks like John Candy, the football coach. Tell me he doesn't look like John Candy.
Kind of does.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
A little bit.
But, I mean, Mike McCarthy's weird. That's what we're learning. He went to Dallas and got super weird.
John Candy was weird.
Yeah. The Cowboys are winning in spite of Mike McCarthy, I would say.
They're winning. He's just there.
Yeah.
That's why I said they're winning in spite of him.
I don't. I'm not a fan of Mike McCarthy. I'm never going to be. I'm not going to suddenly be like, Mike McCarthy's a great coach or he's a genius. I'm
He's not.
If he were to win a Super Bowl, he would take.
He
all the
already
credit.
did.
Guarantee it.
He already did win a Super Bowl. Super Bowl 45.
And he tries
Packers,
taking all the credit.
Steelers.
And I was the biggest Packers fan that day, my friend.
Yeah. I'm with
Rooting
you there.
against the Steelers.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm with you
that was
there.
actually fun.
That was a good Super Bowl too. I enjoyed that game.
Charles Woodson, I remember Charles Woodson going to the locker room and then coming back.
It was fantastic. I'm sure Kramer, you loved that Super Bowl as well.
Oh yeah.
Anytime the Steelers lose, especially on the big stage.
100%.
Oh yeah, so much fun. So much.
I was thinking about this earlier too, like why it bothered me so much when the Browns lost this last week, and why Browns losses in general hit me more. And it's obvious when I think about it, and that it's, with football versus like basketball or baseball, you only have those 16, 17 chances.
Yeah.
So like if the Indians go out and have a bad week or two, you can come back from that.
Yep.
And it's every one of these is such a big deal for the Browns right now.
Well, we gotta go to commercial land, but when we come back, we are talking college football.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just got invited to the prom. Do you A, meet her date?
I need to see your past date report cards, your driver's license, a list of references, and this hair sample.
B, help her pick out a dress.
Don't you just love the long sleeves and turtleneck on this pantsuit?
Ugh.
C, attend the prom undercover.
Mom, what are you doing here?
I'm not Mom. I'm Calvin, the new kid at school.
Or D, capture her big moment.
Let's take a photo of you two. I'm in the middle.
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to ditch the car and start rollerblading to work.
I look ridiculous.
You look ridiculous!
You don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your organs on the black market.
Lie back. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, that hurts. You don't need to rent out your apartment to drifters.
I made a fire with the wood in your bedroom.
That's my dresser!
And your closet door.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell all your belongings and live in a commune.
These dungarees belong to all of us now, Tom.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
This is So What's the Catch? Your home for the random Cleveland Athlete of the Week on All Sports Cleveland.
All right, we are back. Welcome back to So What's the Catch? We're going to talk a little bit about college football now.
Yep, and before we get into it, shout out to my alma mater, the Notre Dame College Falcons.
Shout out.
They won their 4th consecutive conference title, the Mountain East Conference, and they are the number 3 seed in their respective region for the Division II college football playoffs, and they will host a school Brian is very familiar with.
That's Slippery Rock University.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slippery Rock.
The old Slippery Rock. We always give them the shout out on the Michigan scoreboard. Everybody likes to know what the score of the Slippery Rock game is. So, let me ask you this, Josh. How many teams are in the D2 playoff?
I'd have to look. There's like 4 different regions, and
so it's at least like 16 probably.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's just
number 3 seed's high.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm proud of my school.
Yeah. I mean, I love that about like for me, it's like if you went to school somewhere, like root for them. You know,
Yeah.
like you're actually a part of that in a certain way. You know, like more so than with like Cleveland. Like yeah, we're all from the area. You know, but like when you're an alumni somewhere, you're kind of like a piece of that.
Yeah.
So I get that. I like that.
So I'm really proud of my Falcons. And
well, let's get to the college football that everybody else in the world cares about. Because unfortunately,
let's start off with Cincinnati.
Oh, you want to start with Cincinnati? Yeah, they're not making the playoff.
Lead the way, Chirk. What do you have to say on Cincinnati? I want to hear your thoughts on them.
Yeah, they're not making it.
If it's the Bengals, no. But if it's the college that's underdogs, yes.
What?
Okay, I don't know where you're going with that.
Yeah, I need the clarification.
The underdog team.
Do you think Cincinnati makes the playoff?
Possibly.
Okay, give me a yes or a no.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Okay, out of Georgia, Alabama, Oregon, Ohio State, Michigan State, Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, who are they getting in over?
Need an answer.
Because that's the other 8 teams in the top 9. And they're
Alabama.
Okay, that's a take.
Oh,
all right.
Oh,
Because I
okay.
don't like Alabama.
Well, I guess if they lose,
you know what?
Crazier things have happened.
You know what? I'm gonna jump right to this question that I wrote. Which team outside of the top 4 has the best chance of crashing the party? It's Oklahoma State.
Why do you say it's Oklahoma State?
Because they still have Bedlam against Oklahoma, so that would be another ranked team on their resume where they could move up. Michigan and Ohio State still has to play Michigan State this week and Michigan, so that part will take care of itself. Georgia and Alabama are going to play each other in the SEC championship, so that will take care of itself. So I think, given all this chaos, if you will, I think that leaves the door open for the Pogues. Yes, that's their nickname, to get into the college football playoff.
Who?
Their nickname is the Pogues.
Who?
Isn't it the Pokes? Cow Pokes?
Pogues.
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
You're thinking of Pogs.
Pogs is a band. and
a toy from the 90s.
They were really cool in the 90s.
Yeah.
They were.
All right.
Alpha's back.
You knew what I was trying to get at.
I had your back. That's an interesting path to the playoff for Oklahoma State. I guess I see your point when you put it that way, but it's going to take a lot of chaos.
I think Oklahoma State can get there, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a weird year, so.
The way I look at it, outside of the top 4, chance of crashing the party, a non-Ohio State Big Ten team. So either Michigan or Michigan State.
Yeah.
Really?
If Ohio State loses one of these next 2 weeks,
yeah,
it's going to be one of those 2 teams making it in.
I feel like if Ohio State's going to lose in either of these next 2 weeks, it's not going to be this week against Michigan State. It's going to be next week at Michigan.
Here's the other thing too: is whoever wins the this division of the Big Ten is gonna win the championship.
Yeah.
Nobody on that side is gonna beat Michigan, Michigan State, or Ohio State.
No, sorry.
So
no disrespect, Minnesota, Wisconsin,
right. So that's
Iowa.
Going to be a very winnable championship game. So that gives them a platform to launch right into the playoffs. So I'm with James on this.
Yeah,
one.
I agree with James. I agree with you guys. I just think Oklahoma State. Is more likely.
They do have an interesting path in front of them to get there. I see where you're going with that.
I think for the most part, I'm not an Oklahoma State fan, so I'm not like a homer or anything like that. I just think they control their own destiny for the most part.
And you've got the upset this weekend. You got the
I do.
The Utes over the Duckies.
Yes, I do have Utah, even though. I said this earlier. Utah is favored by Vegas.
Yes, Utah's the favorite in the game.
Yes, Utah is a minus.
It is
Utah
kind of
is a -3 favorite to beat Oregon.
Yeah.
However, Utah is the lower ranked team because Oregon is 3. Utah is 23. I did look that up.
Right, and we know that for you, rankings are law.
So by the Josh standards, I'll say that.
The Josh standards.
Yes, the Josh standards.
By the Josh standards, that'd be an upset.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to hear something? Let's say Oregon loses. Let's pretend.
Let's do that.
Ohio State goes up to 3. Michigan leapfrogs Cincinnati.
Ooh, that's a hot take, but
Is it really? Because how many weeks of the rankings we've seen come out and
3.
they're purposely keeping Cincinnati out of the top 4 every time?
Yeah, there's a reason they're not in the top 4.
The committee does not respect Cincinnati.
That's a hot take.
At 5. What were they, 6 the first time? They moved up to 5?
Yeah, that's a hot take, but I like it.
Yeah,
I like
much
it.
of a hot take.
It's not even really a hot take.
I think that's reality.
Calling it how it is.
They don't respect Cincinnati. They don't think that they're a legitimate team. The only way they could get in is if every other team in front of them loses. But again, I think that would still keep them out because like every other team we think is better than them lost.
Yeah, it's still a business, you know, and they want what's good for business. And Cincinnati being in the playoffs is not good for business.
Right.
I'm sorry, they
No,
don't
I know.
have a large alumni fan base. So there's more than just their play on the field, like keeping them out of the top 4.
100%.
They're up against everything.
Right.
They're gonna have to win some games by like 50, 60, 70 points and really get some style points.
Right. Have you noticed that
and that's the point. They've been limping through these last couple victories.
Right. Have you noticed that I've like reeled back on it?
Yeah, you have. You've become much more realistic about it. Yeah.
You know, I feel like the reason I wanted Cincinnati so hard in the beginning is because like it feels like it's the same teams over and over.
It's an underdog story. Everybody loves an underdog.
It's always the same teams. It's always the same teams for a couple of reasons. Those are the elite programs.
Yeah.
They're the programs that are going to draw the most viewership when it comes to playoff committee time.
Yeah.
When it comes to trying to get people to pay for advertising.
Yep.
So those teams are going to routinely get favored in these situations.
Right. I just want somebody different. I like the underdog story, like what you were saying, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that pointed to Cincinnati. But as the weeks have gone on, and I've like seen the rankings come out, like they started out at 6, now they're up at 5, and they're not moving up.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming more evident to me that they're not going to make the playoffs. So I've tempered my
expectations a little bit.
If you really want to see any kind of change in there, at this point you just got to hope for the extended playoff.
I agree.
Yeah.
Which could be good and bad.
I think it would be bad, but that's just...
I'm just saying, as long as there's only the top 4, you're not really going to see much
parity
variation.
Yeah. Right. For me, I like new and...
I'm with you. I want the playoff to at least grow a little bit because I want there to be at least the chance for an underdog.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I just don't want the conversation about teams 5 and 6 having a chance to get in the push to 7 and 8 or 9 and 10.
Yeah, that's the only concern.
That's what's going to happen. There's going to be changing the conversation, pushing it down a little bit.
Right.
But guys, I do have a random Cleveland athlete of the week. It's been
we have to do it.
We have to.
Yes.
In a minute.
I put the bumper on.
Yes.
Yes. Run it.
Actually, you ran it. You ran it during last commercial break.
So okay. Random Cleveland athlete of the week. It is a Browns player.
All right.
Okay. He was born April 28th, 1973.
Ooh.
So
we're guessing.
That would make him 48 years old.
Wait, Chirk. Did anybody else just hear Chirk? He said, "Wait, we're guessing."
That's how the game.
That's how the game works. Okay. He was not drafted by the Browns. He played for the Browns in 2002. 16 games, starting 15 of them. He was a linebacker.
Never mind.
He had 0 sacks that season, but he finished with 128 total tackles.
Oh, wow.
He played
Jameer Miller.
It is not Jameer Miller because Jameer Miller got sacks. This guy didn't.
Daquelle Jackson.
Not Daquelle Jackson. Played 3 seasons after this year, after 2002, but he played 6 prior for the team that drafted him.
Right up until you said linebacker, I was thinking it was Trent Dilfer, the quarterback, but no.
Yeah, he's definitely not a linebacker.
No.
If Trent Dilfer had 128 tackles, something with disaster.
Yeah, seriously.
He would have a lot of
That's a lot of picks.
No,
a lot of picks, a lot of fumbles.
Yep.
That's obviously not my guess.
Yeah.
He finished his career with 11.5 total sacks and 957 total tackles.
Okay.
He played for 3 different teams. He finished his career playing 3 seasons with the Detroit Lions from 03 to 05.
Somebody just got a text.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I already guessed anyway. I'm out.
I'm blanking on this one.
You can keep guessing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
this isn't his quiz.
Yeah, I got you.
Finished his career with Detroit.
It's not Brian Gay. We had him already.
That's Ben Gay.
Ben Gay. That's right. Brian Gay is the golfer. Brian Gay is the golfer.
He was a running back.
Yeah, that's right.
See, he went to college.
Andre Davis.
It is not Andre Davis. He went to college at Florida A&M.
Ooh.
So small one.
He was drafted in 2002, you said.
No, he played for the Browns in 2002. He was drafted
Who were on those early Browns teams? Gosh, I was so young.
Yeah, I was.
Dwayne Rudd.
It's not Dwayne Rudd. He was drafted in the 4th round, 126th overall of the 1996 NFL Draft. So he was drafted when the Browns weren't a team.
That was the year.
Earl Holmes.
There you go. You got it.
Finally.
Didn't even tell you he was drafted by the Steelers. Nice.
Earl Holmes. Good one.
Nice.
Chirk.
There we go. Chirk.
Good job,
the
Chirk.
Browns and the Lions.
Yep. The reason I chose Earl Holmes because Browns and Lions play each other this week.
I see what you did there.
I like that.
Everything came full circle there. Well
Everything
done.
comes full circle. A lot better than the Doors album, Full Circle. That was terrible.
Ooh, that wasn't their best.
Do you think bring him back?
Who? Jim Morrison? Absolutely. Let's
I would
bring
love to see
Morrison
them
back.
animate the corpse of Jim Morrison.
Same here.
No, I said Earl Holmes come back.
Oh, Earl Holmes ain't coming back.
Nah,
But we got to go to a break. We come back. You guys got your quick little hockey update. I will be running a timer. And we got quiz.
All right.
2 quizzes, actually.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
I want to thank my mommy for loving me so much,
For taking me to the doctor when I broke my foot.
For leaving me alone when I wanted to be alone.
And now, as a grown-up, I'm thankful for being able to take care of you, my dear mom, for taking you to your therapies, for understanding that sometimes you simply want to be alone.
Roles change without us noticing. That's why AARP gives you the information to provide even better care for your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with a sun protection factor, or SPF, of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. UVA rays age the skin, UVB rays burn, and both cause cancer. But the perfect sunscreen doesn't count if you use it wrong. Don't need sunscreen on a cloudy day? Wrong. 80% of UV rays still get through the haze. Only use sunscreen at the beach? Nope. Anytime you're outside, UV rays attack the skin, so you need protection. And you have to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
So what's the catch on All Sports Cleveland? Trying to stump James for over 6 months and failing. But hope springs eternal. It's Kramer quiz time.
We are back here on
Now we're back.
We are back here on So What's the Catch?
And you guys got to talk about hockey and go.
So the Cleveland Monsters are currently in 4th place in the North Division. They are 5-3-1, and they have 3 shootout losses, and they have
up at the high ground up there, though.
right?
Okay.
And
That's
they have 14 points. They host Syracuse tonight, and they host Syracuse on Friday. That is your Monsters update.
All right, and I've got a quick update for your Pittsburgh Penguins, and by your I mean mine. And yeah, they absolutely stink right now, but everybody's healthy. The team is the band's all back together, so they're gonna get things straightened out. They've lost 3 in a row. It hasn't looked pretty, but with Sid, McJesus coming back,
No, McJesus is Connor McDavid.
Oh yeah, sorry. I meant to say Ice Jesus. Ice Jesus.
What was the team I was rooting for?
Arizona?
Yeah, go Arizona.
Yeah, go Coyotes.
They
and
are
that is your Penguins. No, Penguins are being sold. Fenway Sports Group is talking about purchasing the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, so
they
LeBron's
also
going
own
to
Liverpool and obviously the Red Sox. So.
And then quick Blue Jackets, they are 8-5-0 and they have 16 points. They are 6th in the Metro. And that is your hockey update.
All right.
I got a berserker.
Berserker of the week?
Oh,
do your berserker.
All right, berserker.
Let's get a drum roll.
Drum roll. Come on.
All right. The berserker of the week is Ben Simmons.
Oh.
Do you just choose it like right after the drum roll? Because it sounded like you did that.
It's like Ben Simmons is again your berserker of the week. He's not even playing right now, but
That's like the 97th time he's been.
All right, it's before we get to the Kramer quiz, we have the Josh quiz.
Okay,
Josh quiz. Okay, so
yes.
apparently you decided to just
commandeer his entire
He's
segment.
been doing
You're commandeering this segment 1, 2. You decided to pick a subject which I'm an expert in.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Simpsons is only one question.
Okay, well I have you brought up a question where I'm an expert in.
Yes.
All right, but that's question 5. You have 4 other questions before that.
Let's do this.
All right. What country has competed the most times in the Summer Olympics yet hasn't won a gold medal?
Oh.
France.
No.
Madagascar.
No.
The Summer Olympics, you said?
Summer Olympics, yep.
Sweden.
No.
Greenland.
You already guessed, and your answer is still wrong.
The correct answer is... I have no idea. Taiwan.
No, it was the Philippines.
Oh, I was close. I was very close.
Okay. What is the only sport to be played on the moon?
Golf.
Yep.
That was James.
What?
But we knew it, obviously.
What NFL team was originally called the New York Titans?
The Jets.
That is correct.
Ooh.
They were the New York Titans. Wow.
Technically the Titans of New York, but that's a whole different thing.
Mm-hmm.
What are the only 2 states in the United States that have yet to send a team to the NCAA?
Only 2 states.
NCAA
Division 1?
tournament?
Yeah.
The
tournament.
Division 1
Alaska?
basketball?
In Hawaii.
Yep, Alaska and Hawaii.
Pretty much
Those are
obvious.
usually
Or no,
good guesses.
not Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
Alaska and Maine.
Yes.
Okay.
And your Simpsons question. What is the name of the fictitious minor league baseball team on
Isotopes.
Wait, what is it?
Isotopes.
Springfield Isotopes.
Come on,
Dang
it was
it.
easy.
All right. Kramer quiz time.
You changed the spelling, it's also the name of the hockey team.
So here's how we're doing it for me this time. All right.
Oh, yeah.
We are doing a Simpsons themed sports quiz.
Gosh, dang it.
Well, I'm going to lose already.
But there's a handicap. It's everybody versus James.
Okay.
Anybody versus James. He's got all the names.
He's going to win. He knows the Simpsons like the back of his hand.
All right.
Let's go.
We'll find out.
We got this.
In the Cartridge family, Homer buys a game after an international soccer game leads to a citywide riot. What 2 teams were playing?
Mexico and Portugal.
You're right, and you know what? That was a game that had a lot of kicking, low scoring, and ties.
Brian, your face when he said that so quick.
Wow.
Which Super Bowl winning NFL quarterback features in the gridiron themed episode Bart Starr?
Joe Namath.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm just going to, should I just...
In a 1991 episode, Homer throws a party to watch the Watson-Tatum fight on a legal cable. What is the fight's tagline?
It was Frederick somebody.
Well, first of all, his name's Dredrick, not Frederick.
It was Mike.
Payback.
No.
Ooh, wrong one.
Vengeance.
No.
Dang it.
Are we guessing WWE pay-per-views?
No.
No, but I can see how you got there. Yeah, I don't think anybody's getting
Revenge.
it right, by the way. It was the bout to knock the other guy out.
Payback was when Homer fought Dredrick Tatum.
Yes, it was called the bout to knock the other guy out.
The bout to knock the other guy out.
With the amendum, this time it's for money.
Nice.
Homer later ends up in the ring with Dedrick Tatum after pursuing an ill-advised career in boxing. How does the fight end?
Mo gets him and picks him up with the fan. Flies him out. It's basically a forfeit.
Okay, I'm going to let you guys decide. It says, unable to be knocked out, Homer withstands Tatum's blow for 12 rounds but loses on points.
Okay, that's not what happens. That's wrong. Did not even give him 3 lousy rounds. Says Lucius to Mo after the fight.
Dang. Wow.
Wow.
I think we have.
Oh no, I clicked.
James
You're right,
there.
yeah, and I clicked on the wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, you're right. And I knew you were right. I thought the quiz was wrong for a second, but I clicked on the wrong one.
All right.
Anyway,
Simpsons did it.
Give me my point.
I already did. Oh no, I get it.
Simpsons did it.
I'll get the South Park reference
4
of The
questions.
Simpsons.
Okay, yeah, you got 3.
Okay.
In season 6, Bart and Lisa end up on opposing sides when the Mighty Pigs face the Quickie Mart Gougers. What sport?
Hockey.
Oh man, I thought that might have been one.
It's too late.
I'm having trouble with the Simpsons quiz. I haven't watched them in a while.
These are all old episodes that I've watched fairly recently.
Krusty the Clown ends up in a debt after betting thousands of dollars on what unlikely result?
The Globetrotters losing.
Yep.
Jesus.
Said by Krusty, I thought the Generals were due.
I need to watch all of these.
Krusty doesn't have much luck with sports in general. In a flashback episode, what controversial moment cost him millions of dollars?
He stepped on the line in a bowling event.
No,
He faulted in bowling.
Good guess, but no.
Dang it.
He rigged all of the Krusty Burger giveaways to be in sports that the American team is terrible at winning, but the Russian team boycotts, and so all the American teams win.
He gets it.
Gosh dang it.
Yeah, the answer, the 1984 Olympic boycott led by the Soviet Union in a reference to a disastrous McDonald's campaign. Krusty Burger giveaway to celebrate U.S. golds becomes disastrously expensive when Eastern Bloc countries pull out. So yes, nailed it.
Should we all just concede now and let him win?
No.
This is fun.
It's fun.
No, let's keep going.
Which Brazilian was the first footballer to perform a cameo role in an episode? It was indeed Ronaldo. In Homer at Bat, Mr. Burns recruits 9 Major League players to Nuclear Plant softball team, but many of them encounter misfortune. What fate befell Ken Griffey Jr.?
Gigantism.
Kind of.
He drank brain tonic.
The nerve tonic, yeah. His face swells up after the nerve tonic.
Yeah, gigantism.
Who is the only MLB player to make the Plants championship game, leaving Homer free?
Darryl Strawberry.
Yep.
This is demoralizing.
Lisa the Greek, an episode that aired in January 1992, correctly predicted the outcome of what event?
Super Bowl.
9/11.
Super Bowl.
It wasn't 9/11?
No.
Okay.
That was the episode where they went to New York.
Oh, okay.
Lisa, it's your birthday.
Super Bowl.
Ooh.
There's a number.
Super Bowl number 13.
No.
25.
Ridiculously close, but no.
Super Bowl 24.
No.
Super Bowl 26.
Yes.
Yay! What you guys got on the board?
Yay!
I got you most of the way there, but
if you guys didn't get that, I was gonna lose it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
One for the purist. What free gift comes with the classic video game Lee Carvalho's putting challenge?
Golf ball.
No.
Putter.
No.
Baker Mayfield.
Awesome guess, but no.
It's a T.
Taco.
No, it is a scoring pencil, actually.
Scoring pencil.
Oh.
No, I was gonna guess a hot dog. I don't know why.
Sticking with computer games, what sport does Homer invent in The Simpsons Tapped Out?
Oh.
I guess this was a video game.
This was a mobile game.
Yeah, I never
used to
had
play.
it.
I played it when I messed up my back because I had nothing else to do.
I never got into The Simpsons games.
He invented a new sport, you say?
Yep, he invented a new sport.
So you're looking for the name of the new sport?
Name of the new sport from the game The Simpsons Tapped Out. No, that was South Park.
Is it
Matt Trey.
It was a good movie.
Sarcastaball?
No. No, that was also Matt Trey.
I don't know this one.
It's actually. Do you have any guesses?
No.
I was trying to get you there. It was from the name Tap Ball. In 2001, 4 legendary U.S. tennis players doubles on the U.S. players played doubles on the Simpsons backyard court. Who did Homer steal money from?
Pete Sampras.
No,
Andre Agassi.
You're right. I'm trying to figure out who answered first, though.
It was him.
Rock, paper,
I
scissors.
just heard him start to say. and I know that only tennis player I know that starts with a P is Pete Sampras.
I heard them both at the exact same time. That's what threw me off. But
yeah,
give it a chance.
Yeah.
Finally, which real-life minor league baseball team was inspired by Simpsons
Albuquerque
storylines?
Isotopes.
Correct.
Gosh darn. Dang it.
What's the final score here?
Oh, no.
1 versus 8.
Let the people do the score on their own.
1 to 8.
Oh, man. Why'd you have to say it like that? 1 to 8.
I'm just. Should I just go hide in the corner and cry?
Yeah, we all should.
That was a fun quiz. We should do some more Simpsons quiz.
We should.
We should not.
I wish I could have answered because I
Can we
actually
do
lived
a lost quiz that I know lost inside and
undrafted
out?
the current center for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Taco Fall.
Yep.
Guess what?
Hey, I won the Church Berserk quiz. Let's go. The Berserker Bowl.
Hey, Brian, do you have a quiz?
I do not have a quiz. I can see if I can think of something off the top of my head, though.
What video game says "I see you, Keyshawn"?
NFL 2K2.
It's 5.
NFL 2K5.
NFL 2K2. They just had weird noises every
Is
time.
it?
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a hockey one.
Okay.
All right,
All
I
right.
should get this one then.
All right. Letang, Chris Letang, his last name, Letang, is French for what?
Oh, I have no idea.
The Tang.
Question to end the show on. The easiest question I could possibly give you. What is the only team in the NFL to neither host nor play?
The Browns! I
in the
gave
Super
that
Bowl?
question already.
And we're not going to be breaking that tie this year.
Nope, we're not.
We are breaking that this year.
No, we're not.
We can't host the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we
Chirk.
can't host it. We can go to it though.
But
And we're going, Chirk. We're making it.
Super
David
Bowl?
Njoku, Super Bowl MVP. I'm calling it now.
Who would we
real
beat?
quick.
The Browns win by
Name-
90 over who cares?
Okay, so Pete Sampras was one of the 4 tennis players in the Simpsons episode. Who knows the other 3?
Andre Agassi.
No, it was Serena.
Is that one of them?
Andre Agassi was one.
Serena. Was it Serena and Venus?
It was.
Yeah, Serena and Venus and.
I've actually seen Venus. One of
That's
the
funny
Williams
because
sisters.
the only 2 men's tennis players I really know are Pete Sampras and Andre Agassi, and the only 2 women's tennis players I know are Venus and Serena Williams.
See, I love The Simpsons, and the first 10 seasons are my favorite. So I thought that was an easy quiz, but I forgot not everybody watches The Simpsons.
I need to. I need to.
I do need to get back into it.
Anyways, that was today's episode, and it was fun. It was real. It was not real fun, but it was.
Yeah, it was not
and
real fun.
And we will be back next week here on the show that happens every Wednesday from 2 to 4.
Yeah, tune in, listen live,
Yeah.
something or other, whatever Chirk had the original Instagram name as.
Yeah.
Yeah. Catch us every Wednesday.
So what's the catch?
Yes.
Yes.
Also, make sure you go to the YouTube channel.
Well,
so what's the catch on
original one
YouTube?
was so long.
Subscribe, like and subscribe.
See ya.
And thank you for tuning in to another episode of So What's the Catch? Join us next week for more hot takes and very interesting conversation, to say the least. So yeah, follow us on all our social media platforms, and yeah, go Brownies.
I think it's funny, but we were talking about it before the show.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I do the same things over and over, until one day I found
Friends die from drinking and driving. Friends die from drinking and friends don't let friends drive.